Hey everyone, and welcome to episode number 138 of the Toonami Escape podcast. I'm Greg Zeno. Tonight, it's C. Kohler.
Hey.
It's B-Dubs.
Hello.
It's my imaginary friend, Pretzel.
Yay.
Hey guys, I'm Pretzel. Shut up, Pretzel.
That's just another way of saying you were too lazy to get anyone else.
No.
Yes.
Maybe.
That's exactly what it is.
Maybe.
Pretzel also owes me $5, so we're going to have a talk later.
Who?
Pretzel.
Oh, Pretzel, give that man his $5. Never!
Son of a bitch.
Pretzel was the fucking IRS, man.
Yep.
You owe that $5. Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super episode 98. Oh, uncertainty, a universe in despair.
Wait, there wasn't any news?
No.
Oh, all right.
Other than, I guess, Attack on Titan is restarting from episode 1, but they're probably just going to get that back again soon anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Super. This episode title sure does refer to our heroes universe, right? Right?
That's exactly what it refers to.
No, it turns out that Universe 9 sucks.
It
yeah.
does.
Thankfully, the worst universe is the first to go.
And it looks like it's going to take way longer for all the other ones to go because, man, we still have 79 people left.
Yep.
Or 78, actually.
Oh, it's going to take forever.
Or no, 79. 79, sorry.
Yeah. What do you expect from a bunch of furry jobbers?
That rabbit girl wasn't even like Carrot.
Nope.
Actually, I was kind of hoping something cool would happen with her, but they just completely off-screened her.
Yep. You didn't even see her get knocked out. She was just like, hey, I was knocked out too. Wink.
Get used to it.
So it's going to be a lot of that.
Oh, that sucks. Gosh, I mean, of all the things to cut out, the whole point of this arc is to see people fight each other and get defeated.
No,
They're not going to show it.
It's to see Goku fight people and defeat them.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Which you will see a lot of. Goku fights everyone in this arc.
It's kind of dumb. They should show some of these characters off. Other characters, I mean. But anyway, yeah, so those guys thought they were all cool with their stupid rainbow triangle thing or whatever.
We turn triangles into rainbows.
But they're nothing.
Check this out. Isosceles. I have nothing else from this episode other than, man, they sucked.
They did.
Yeah. I mean, it was the whole point of the episode was to show that this is for real, that those guys are gone. Yeah. Whole universe. And then we like shots of like, for like two or three little brief shots of like the other people in their universe just being deleted.
Just like, ah!
It's good times. Good times.
Good times.
Was there a reason that their angel guy was like all smug at the end?
No, that's just his thing. He's smug.
He doesn't die. Like
I mean, I figured he was happy that he didn't get erased, but at the same time, it was almost like I was reading too much into it because they were like making him look real sinister.
I really think that's just his face. He has that face.
No, it's because El Grande Padre is the final villain.
Only Goku Blanco can stop him.
Done with Gohan Blanco.
Gohan. You know it's going to be Goku Blanco. Please. Gohan
No,
Blanco.
it is.
Come on.
Yeah, he's not going to get the power up.
Gohan more nerd. More like super nerd.
Hey, the bang is back.
The what?
The bang. You know, the little bit of hair that differentiates his head from Vegeta's.
Oh.
Because otherwise they look the same.
So yeah, that's all I've got for Dragon Ball Super. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
fighting.
I mean, it wasn't even like I don't mind fighting episodes. Unfortunately, it was they're fighting these worst characters, and it's the same move over and over the whole episode.
Remember that? What was his fate? Not Bergamo, not Basil. It was Lavender. He's just shouting, "Poison, poison, poison, poison!"
Yeah,
and it's like, dude,
That's all he's got.
this is the lamest stand battle cry of all time.
It's all he can say.
Yeah. So anyway, there's not much to say because it's just watching these goofers get beat. So
God, they sucked.
yeah.
They're jobbing.
Let's talk about a better show. Boruto, Naruto Next Generations, episode 18, A Day in the Life of the Uzumaki Family. In this episode, it's Hokage Inauguration Day.
Yep.
Which would be
flashback.
Which would be amazing if Naruto didn't get punched in the dick.
Yeah. Well, he didn't get punched in the dick. He got
poked
in the dick.
Punched in the dick.
It was in his stomach. Come on, guys.
He got poked in the dick.
It's funnier.
Like Himawari put her finger out and she poked him in the dick and he keeled over.
Yeah, that's what I want to. That's why I don't want to say it that way.
Good point.
Anyway, was this something that was from something else?
Yeah,
this is from the end. I think this is from the last actual chapter of Naruto.
Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the actual last chapter of Naruto. They're like, "Oh, Naruto's Hokage now," but he didn't actually get to go because he got knocked unconscious by his 3-year-old.
Yeah, because this episode really felt like the way it was just done. It was just like sort of like it came from something else because it's like it was all like this flashback, but then it was framed around this like Himawari like being sick, But like the whole first half of the episode, which was amazing, by the way, probably my favorite Boruto episode so far. But it was, like this whole like extended flashback, and it felt like something like you were supposed to see for the first time. Like, right. Oh, here's these characters. It's like you're almost introducing them, even though we've seen them before.
Right.
Himawari gets to be a slasher villain.
Oh yeah, this was like a freaking horror movie.
She's scary, man.
She's like I can see you through the walls.
You like can't hide from me, Oni-chan.
She's like a freaking 3-year-old with, magic eye bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did mention this, like, I don't know, maybe episodes ago, that she had done this once. I guess this is what they were talking about.
This is the once.
Yeah. But I guess it means that, like, technically Boruto could have the Byakugan. But
he does.
Yeah, I mean, he does have.
Well, he has something. Eyeball. Yeah, I mean, he has something in one eye.
He will get it eventually.
Yeah. Okay. They're not gonna not give it to him. Like the whole point of Hisashi Hyuga's master plan is to combine the chakra of the Uzumakis with the Byakugan of the Hyuga, and
his master plan is almost complete. And he can finally summon Kingdom Hearts.
I was gonna say, at this point though, since they know that Himawari can do it, they should just give up on Boruto and just make Himawari the star of the show. Give her like
she probably would be more fun.
Yeah. And then the second half of the episode is basically Boruto being all tsundere with Naruto.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, I guess I'll go out to eat with you at your stupid ramen shop. Oh, it actually tastes good, I guess.
Choji and Chocho come in to have their eating competition.
Yep.
They draw.
What did they say? They said something like fatties like us or something.
Yeah. I actually remember there was this like one of the 4 coma things that Kishi did to end off the series was Naruto takes Hinata out on a date and she eats him under the table.
Yeah, well they made a reference to that, yeah. Apparently she's the soba eating champion of the Konohara village or whatever.
And yet very skinny.
Where
Yeah, it's something. You know, it gives her character something. She doesn't have a whole lot going for her, so.
Poor Hinata.
Something else I noticed in this episode too, which kind of I made a double take, was when they were doing the whole award ceremony thing at the first half or whatever, and whatever that kid's name was impersonating Naruto
Oh God.
with a jutsu.
hey
Yeah.
guys, it's me, Naruto. I'm
Yeah.
definitely Naruto. Yep, me,
But the
Naruto
thing,
Konohamaru Uzumaki.
yeah. But the thing that made me go, what? Is that there was a shot in the crowd and there was my guy and he was like in a wheelchair.
That's a thing from the ending of Shippuden.
See,
Yeah,
I
you got-
figured as much because I think I remember asking you like a few episodes ago. I was like, "Where is my guy?" Well, he was
got
there.
he got pretty fucked up.
What do you
Yeah, I
think?
guess.
I mean, it's pretty obvious what happened. If it's like, my guy does a thing at the end of Shippuden, it's like, oh, I bet he does that one thing.
Yeah,
he does something
do
to
that
like
one thing.
wreck his body, I bet, and so that's why he's
Yeah.
in a wheelchair. Yeah, because this is like years out. I mean, like 6 or 8 years probably, considering how old the kids are.
Yeah.
So anyway.
His ass got fucked up.
But yeah, I mean, it was a really entertaining episode, like just all around. Really well made too. Like the animation was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately it feels like a flash in the pan though. Like it feels like this was a great episode, but I'm not looking forward to seeing what they do next week because I think it'll probably go back to being kind of crappy. I don't know.
Oh no, next week should be like, isn't it next week the start of this whole Sarda?
Yes.
Oh
God. Oh yeah, baby. Oh baby. I've been looking forward to this one.
Ha 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 ha.
I need.
But is
this
it
in my
good?
life.
Like, is it really good or is it good in a bad way?
Oh, it's
Amazing.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. I love
Perfect.
it. The only thing it doesn't do is stick the landing.
But what do you mean? You guys are not answering my question. Is it really good or is it like good and like you're laughing at it good?
It's amazing in every possible way. It's like
it's indescribable.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
well,
if I was going
will I be entertained?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Okay. Well, that's all I can ask for.
There will be much entertainment to be had.
Cool. Well, we'll talk about that
And there
next
was
week.
much rejoicing.
Yeah, and then at the very end, you're gonna be like, "Ah, you chicken shit!
All right.
You should have done it.
Do it.
Do it for real."
I like the way they drew Choji and Chocho going to their
Yeah.
battle. Just like, it's the final battle of this 500 chapter manga about eating.
I think it's cool though, like for real, that like it was a nice moment in the episode where they're kind of contrasting Boruto and Naruto with these two because these two are obviously like really great father and daughter, and Boruto and Naruto are just like not. They like do not really understand each other at all.
It helps to have similar interests.
Yes, it does, but I
Like-
think it's just generally probably Choji's probably just a good parent too.
Hey man, he doesn't have to go be the president of ninjas.
No, you know what? I don't buy that crap. That's not it. I mean, well, kind of. It is part of it, but like I think Naruto is just freaking just socially retarded in a certain way. I think he's not very good with things like family. So
Well, he never had one.
well, yeah. Okay, exactly. But that's my point. I don't think his job is the only reason. I think he's just awkward.
Yeah, like he's got no positive role models to look back on and say, "This is what I should be like." 'Cause, like
he had Pervy
Kakashi-
Sage basically as a dad.
I mean, Kakashi was late to everything, and he couldn't give a rat's ass most of the time. He spent his day reading porn. Then you had Pervy Sage, who spent his day writing porn and peeping on girls. And teacher guy was probably the best role model he had.
Yeah,
and that's really sad because he wasn't that great a role model either.
But I mean, Naruto isn't doing terrible. He's just
No, he's not.
obviously not very good. Whereas I think Choji and Chocho probably are on the same level. They just get each other.
Right.
I thought it was a nice though, way they did that in this episode to show the difference. So I don't know. I thought it was good.
Anyway, should we talk about My Hero Academia?
We have to talk about Bakugo.
My Hero Academia, episode 37, Katsuki Bakugo, Origin. Yes, this is it. The origin of his hero career. That's right.
Really? It's not.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Some point between when he was like 5 years old and now, he really, really matured into a real asshole, because he used to be like all big on All Might.
No, he's all big on All Might, specifically
Yeah.
the part where he always wins.
Yeah. I mean, he's just an edgy teenager, you know.
I guess.
Except the characterization goes way too far and turns him into like this crazy ass motherfucker who could probably be evil if he wasn't, you know.
There is almost nothing good about him. I mean, really, the only reason he is considered, I think, a good hero is that he's driven to win. But he's so selfish to a fault that, like, I don't understand why anyone even gives him the time of day.
Pretty much, yeah. It's one of those things where I feel like they forgot to give him a redeeming quality.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Like it's all negative crap, and it's like there's nothing really good in there.
There could be just one fleeting moment of him being selfless, or being like maybe learning a lesson about not being such a dick.
Or
like, but they don't. It never happens.
I'm talking about him just like liking cats or something, you know, like remember Kuwabara had this whole thing where it's like, oh, he's a thug, but you know, he really likes cats. So, you know, it's like, yeah, it's okay. And that starts, you know, like the path of humanizing him for the viewer. Like Bakugo doesn't have anything like that, you know? He doesn't have any friends that he would, you know, take a punch for.
Well, he has a friend that he doesn't care about.
Yeah, he has the one friend that he punches.
Yes.
You know, it's like, you know.
I think that my problem with him is that they're not giving me a reason to want to root for him. Like, he's pretty much just been bad the whole time. And that's okay for a character to be like Vegeta is that way a lot of times. But then even Vegeta gets moments where he becomes selfless, or he begrudgingly, you know, you know, he marries Bulma. Like, he does things that are good. Bakugo has just never done anything.
Yeah, like Vegeta teamed up with Krillin once, and he hates Krillin. You know, like he'd sooner nuke him into dust, but he's like, fuck it, we got to team up.
Yeah,
and like at least Vegeta chews on the scenery. Like, he's fun to watch because when he's being all megalomaniacal and evil, you know, he gives blah blah blah, Prince of all Saiyans, blah blah blah, great Super Saiyan warrior, blah blah blah, I'm the best.
Bakugo's equivalent of an evil speech is,
yeah. Like he needs more of that, you know, sort of Vegeta Dio swag in him if you're gonna go this like irredeemable with him, you know. He's not fun to watch.
I guarantee you that next episode Bakugo will be royally pissed off that Deku saved him and then made him pass the test. Like, it won't
100%.
It will not even. Yeah, it won't even matter for an instant that he helped him.
Exactly.
Or he would if he wasn't if every bone in his body wasn't currently shattered into a million pieces, because man.
I mean, I'm saying that in the hopes that I'm wrong, and that there will be a moment where they're in that hospital room or whatever, and he'll go, "Thanks, nerd," or something. I mean, anything would be fine, but I don't think he'll even do that.
Nope, not a chance. It's one of those things where it's like, I feel like Todoroki is that character, only better, you know, because he started off as kind of like the asshole and, you know, aloof and stuff, but you know, he's got more going on outside of that, and like they never gave Bakugo anything like that.
Yeah, Todoroki never really seemed like a bad guy to me. I think he was just the sort of
the Sasuke.
like a cocksure sort of like I'm on another level guy, but never mean, like never evil. They did really good with him to early on kind of show that like he's like fair.
Right. But like, and people like Bakugo like this. I'm
They
like,
really love him in Japan. Apparently, he's like
they love
the
him
biggest
everywhere. He's number one everywhere.
He's the bad boy.
Explain to me what's so appealing about him. Then what is it? The deal?
He's the bad boy everyone wants to fix.
I mean, Seda has defended Bakugo a number of times, saying that like he likes a character like this. If he was here, I'm sure he would say something like he'd say there's nothing wrong with like a character like this that's bad.
No, there isn't.
There isn't, but I mean, like,
and he's right. It's
I
just
can't get invested though. Like, I can't relate to him.
He needs a bit more swagger if he's going to be this bad. Like, he's got to give the megalomaniacal speech. He's got to chew on the scenery. He's got to, like, he doesn't have to be full Dio or full Vegeta, but he's still got to, like, he's got to have a bit more swagger with it. Like he's got to have that confidence. Like
for me, it's not that. It's this whole like just the fact that there's nothing redeeming about him. He's not redeeming. He's like just so full of himself to a fault.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, yeah, he's full of himself, but at the same time, he comes off as this guy who's not full of himself, because it's like if he was full of himself, he wouldn't be so goddamn aggro all the time.
So you're saying he's insecure? I don't think he is. I mean, I think he's overconfident.
I agree with he's aggro all the time because he's really insecure.
You think so?
Okay. I can see that. They haven't done a good job of showing it, but at the same time, I think instead of being aggro, they should have given him more swag,
I mean, he basically tells his teachers to practically F off half the time. And I'm just like, nobody's going to say anything about this?
Nope. Like, he should spend half his life in detention.
I was going to say, does UA have detention? Who's the detention teacher at UA?
Midnight.
How is that detention?
It's just a sex dungeon.
I mean, the thing is, though, actually, to be more to take to the obvious level, though, it's like he's never really punished for anything he does that I can remember. He does all sorts of bad things, and no one ever gives him any. He never gets in trouble for it, just like Mineta.
Hey, man, Mineta should be in jail.
He really should.
No, I mean, I don't want to rag on her too much.
Mineta is worse.
I don't understand why people like Bakugo as a character, because he's just not. Why?
Sometimes you like the anti-villain, but for me, he doesn't have the kind of swag you need to pull it off, Like, he's more the insecure anti-villain, but we're not.
Are you rooting for him? Because I'm not.
Well, I mean, the problem is we're not shown enough of that insecurity.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to be more insecure, and in the very least, I'll say it again, if he just had one scene where he showed a little humility, just a moment of it. Like, he's never had any humility. He's so, I don't know. There was that one scene in season 1 where he almost left the school, and like he was giving up, and that was almost there. But then he just sort of like. All Might went to console him, and then he was just basically telling, "Shut up!" And it's like, come on, don't do that. You had a moment there. You could have.
Well, he was just going home.
Yeah, I thought he was leaving the school.
No, he was just like, this was a disappointing day. It's time to go home.
Oh man, I read that. I read that scene completely wrong. I thought he was giving up.
Yep.
Oh man, that makes it even worse. All right. Anyway, that's Bakugo. He was the main point of this episode.
So also, All Might backslammed Deku into a bus.
Yes. Yep.
And he's dead now.
He's not, apparently. I mean, his back was broken, right?
I mean, he looks mostly dead at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that All Might didn't hold back too much. Would have been kind of stupid if he didn't.
I mean, he could have killed them both with one punch.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he was holding back some, but like he was doing his evil, I'm the villain, with his like crazy glowing eye.
Yeah, like that's the kind of shit I want out of Bakugo. Like I want that sort of scene chewing bullshit, you know, that's fun.
All Might's getting a little too into his villain persona this episode.
Hey man, you gotta have fun with it when you can.
Just like, also, Jesus Christ, he's weak ass old All Might plus, weighted clothing, and still it's like, oh dear, oh no.
See, what I thought they were going to do this episode was Deku was going to use All Might's injury against him. Like that's how he was going to beat him, but they didn't do that.
Deku would never do that.
No.
Yeah, I guess it's too evil for even Deku.
He's too much of a good boy to do something like that.
Yeah. Deku, unfortunately, like Bakugo is such a bad character to me that he makes Deku worse. Because Deku keeps trying to defend Bakugo, and I'm like, don't! Stop!
All he does is treat you like crap.
All he does is win, 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 win.
He like slapped the crap out of him in this episode, didn't he?
Yep.
Like, take a hint, Deku. Anyway.
They won! Yay! Sword Art Online. Yeah.
Yes.
Sword Art Online, Alicization Episode 2, The Demon Tree. So I can't be the only one who thought the second he picked up the axe, he's just gonna cut it he's just gonna cut it down with one swing, right?
I thought that too. I mean, you know what? Yeah. Hey, he wasn't a Marty Sue for a moment there.
And then the episode
he's a goddamn beater.
Is like, oh, he's just gonna grab a sword and do it instead.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, he's just gonna. I thought, okay, he's a dirty beater in this world too, and he's just gonna cut the damn tree in half. And then he did, and I'm like, oh, he's not actually a beater for once. And then he does that sword thing. I'm like, oh, god damn it, he's still a beater, dirty beater.
Yeah. What did he say? Something like, it's like this world's got sword tech or something. Some weird term.
This world has sword skills.
Sword skills, yeah. So
and it's like it's one of those fucking shows where it's like, this is a fantasy world, but we have main menus, and everyone knows we have main menus.
Yeah, we talked about this. That like apparently, I think it's what it is that the people that live in this world don't notice or don't recognize the virtual menu as being out of place. Like they think that's just like as normal as rain to them. You know?
I mean that's like normal isekai stuff at this point, you know.
Yeah. But okay, I'm just gonna say it. Artificial floodlights.
I love it. They cloned babies.
No, they
cloned babies.
They kidnapped babies
and then cloned their souls.
He thinks so. We don't know that's true, but
they cloned babies. They cloned baby souls.
He literally thinks they kidnapped babies and put them in these machines and have kept them in there for years and years.
No. He thinks that they cloned the baby's floodlights or whatever. They cloned the baby's souls.
It's something regarding babies. We don't really know the details, and it's just a speculation at this point.
Anyway,
they cloned baby souls. I love it.
So he thinks that the blonde kid and Alice and maybe other people are all basically cloned souls. Souls that have been copied from people into this world and have grown up in there for like 6 years or whatever. So that's the premise of this.
Well, I mean, it's not only them that's been grown up for 6 years. It's like apparently this world is like 300 years old.
Right.
So like whatever the time dilation is, like they're cloning lots of baby souls.
Well, yeah, or something. I don't know.
Start it online. Cloning lots of baby souls.
And then
quest for ice.
And then that one guy sold his daughter to the executioner.
Sold out my daughter.
God, I love this.
The return. So it returns. It's the meme.
It's one of my favorite memes. Oh God, I love this show in all the wrong ways.
See, you guys never I don't think you guys really understood when I would say I couldn't wait for this show to come back.
Like
Now you get it.
I don't want it to come back because I know it's gonna devolve into like bullshit that makes me angry. But like, I'm down for some good old fashioned fuckery. Like I'd rather have something good, but still.
Well, let's see what you think about episode 10.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be angry at that one.
Knowing chuckle.
Yeah.
So what else happened in this episode?
Nothing.
Basically, the whole episode took place in the virtual world because after the first episode, he just woke up in there, but this time he remembers everything from the real world.
Yeah.
And he's like playing along.
Well, he doesn't. I don't think he remembers that he got attacked, or did he?
No, he did.
I think he did. I think he was like, I remember I was with Asuna, and then suddenly I woke up in here, and I know what this is. He even called out to some people.
Yeah, he's trying to get them to. Yeah,
trying to get him out, and then
it's not going well for him.
And they're like, "Oh, we can't. This is the only thing keeping the poison from spreading."
Yeah,
how does that even work? That's not how that works.
We have to stop your heart to put your brain into this suspended animation.
What?
You're actually frozen. It's cryogenic or.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows? He's making it up, but it could be true.
I mean, that's absolutely what happened.
So yeah, the blonde kid takes him back to the village, and everybody thinks he's a lost boy who was a demon, had took his memory, and
Oh, you're extremely specific capitalized term.
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Although I think that might be a plot point, like something about like this happens from time to time, that people just suddenly appear in this world.
I'm guessing all those people is just Kirito.
What?
I don't think anyone real has actually happened that happened to them.
Yeah, like it's just Kirito. Like they keep putting him back in, and every time he goes back in, it's a different like time and place, and so they stick him in, and then he's a lost boy, and it's always the same fucking lost boy.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense because he goes in never remembering anything.
No, that's not true. That's not true. When we saw him in the first episode, he had been friends with that kid for a while.
Yeah, but he was also in there for a while.
Oh, but didn't they say they were brothers, or I don't know.
I mean, this guy doesn't remember him.
Well, yeah, but that's true. That is weird. I don't know what's going on exactly, but
yeah.
I don't think we're supposed to.
Yeah, how did they delete the memory for? Well, I guess it's.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you know what? That actually asks a lot more questions than it answers.
Why doesn't Yu-Gi-Oh remember him?
Exactly, because does that mean Yu-Gi-Oh isn't a real person, or isn't a artificial floodlight? Or
I mean, I'm just gonna say these guys are all AI.
You think
probably.
So?
This is this is a Tron thing.
Well, it feels like it has to be now because of the fact they don't remember him.
Yeah.
But he does remember.
But you know what? But if there's a consistent through line, then they should.
Or maybe they don't recognize Kirito as being the boy he was before.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it is.
Well, he's probably. Did he introduce himself as Kirito?
You could go. Yeah, he did, didn't he? And he would have recognized the name.
Well, was he calling himself Kirito in the past?
Yes, okay. Yes, he did. In the first episode, he said his name was Kirito.
Well, I mean, this show is stupid. What are we trying to?
But the thing is, the Yukiko or whatever his name is does remember Alice. Yu-Gi-Oh does remember.
All those same events happened, just apparently without Kirito being involved.
Yes.
Yeah. Like maybe he was there, and then when they take him out, he kind of vanishes.
And it's like he's the only thing that's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like everything rearranged their
memories. Well, heck, that kind of makes sense in a way, because if this system can just, if it can, what is it called? The soul transducer or something?
The soul train.
Anyway, the device. Maybe they can rewrite memories. Maybe they can rewrite memories of people's Fluct Lights.
I mean, if they can rewrite Kirito's memory constantly, then yeah, they could probably do it for all these guys too.
Yeah, that's true. He did have his memory erased every time, so
yeah. So it's like, you know, they're just fucking around with the fuck lights.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's literally what's happening. Somebody's fucking with the Fluct Lights.
Yeah,
come on, please,
the fuck
gentlemen. It's the fuck lights.
Yes. The
Let's be civilized.
The Soul Train is fucking with the fuck lights. That's what's going on here.
We know these terms. We've got them right. Don't tell us otherwise.
It's exactly how that works.
Anyway, I continue to enjoy this show for all the wrong reasons.
For all the best reasons.
Yeah. I mean, and again, joking aside, like it wasn't a terrible episode. It was just sort of a lot of exposition, really.
Well, I mean, like all of two things happened this episode. You know, Kirito shows up, he meets his buddy, hits a tree once, and then he discovers, I'm still a filthy beater.
Yeah, but he also is like learning. He's like, okay, people, because like the whole episode is with half of it's like inner monologue where he's like, I think this is a real person. This is not a AI character, and his responses are too nuanced, and they do have menus, but okay, just learning basically.
Yeah.
He's like he's trying to press him like a Skyrim character. It's like, wow, they've gotten really good.
Yeah.
So somebody just needs to shoot Kirito in the knee with an arrow? Is that what you're saying?
And Noel is like, okay, I'm going to put a bucket over his head and steal his axe.
Yeah. I thought it was funny, like, he goes to turn the lamp off, and he's like, okay, so I just do the thing. It's like, no, you turn the thing on the bottom, you dumbass.
Turn off the lamp.
You don't need a menu for that.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that was introduced in this episode. There's like he goes to like this nunnery or something, and there was like
he goes to Catholic school. Oh no,
yeah, something like that. And there's like this old nun that takes him in because he's like a lost boy or whatever. But then there's this like younger girl there who looks like she could be the sister of Alice because she has the same like blonde hair and looks very similar to her. So
yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be like 7 of that exact same character. Just like, oh, is this Alice? Is this Alice?
What do you? Oh no, I thought this was a different character though, like completely.
Oh,
they're all Alice.
Everyone is Alice.
No, it's not, because she remembered Alice being taken. Because when Yu-Gi-Oh! Like saw her, he got really.
I like that we're just calling him Yu-Gi-Oh now.
Yeah, I can't remember his real name. I know it's something like that. Yu-Gi-Oh, I think.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh, okay. Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh yeah, somebody in the thread was like, they say his name the same way my mom says Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Sergio.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh, he was like, oh no, she recognizes me. I'm the guy who lost her, Alice or whatever. I think they're probably sisters.
Yeah.
Anyway, Megalobox. Anyone?
I mean, we could keep talking about the Fluct Lights. The
Megalobox, episode 8. Deadline of the Dream. In this episode, everyone's kind of sad and pouting because they quit. And then Joe drives his motorcycle into a public event and is not immediately arrested. And somehow this ends up with him having another fight.
You know what? What happened in this episode, exactly what I said should have happened in the last episode. Yeah. Where he just goes out and says, come on, fight me. And then the woman just makes it happen.
Yes. And then it's like, wait, why didn't she just make it happen when Nabu asked her to?
Well, she had to be convinced, which is when my favorite scene happened in this episode, where the old coach guy goes to confront her, and then he does the classic grab a woman by the wrist to immobilize her move.
Oh no, not the wrist!
She can't move.
Woman instantly.
But anyway, he convinces her that, Joe's got, quote, true skill, unquote, which they said like 15 times in this episode. True skill.
True skill. He's a beater. Yeah, extremely. The way they get out of the situation is incredibly unsatisfying to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
It makes it all kind of pointless. It's like, okay, they're going to fight anyway.
Well, I mean, who didn't see that coming?
I didn't see that coming. No, I did.
Yeah.
What else is there to say?
Nambu almost got turned into soup stock.
Yeah. The green suited guy, who by the way has the same voice as Sojiro from Persona 5, I noticed that.
Yep.
He
So he's going to turn him into coffee instead.
Yeah, coffee.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Or what? No, wait. What was the other thing they always made?
Curry.
Curry. Yeah.
Non-blue curry. It tastes like people.
So they just—I don't know. I don't know why this character keeps hanging around, because he's the bad guy.
Well, he's the one money-hatting them, so...
Yeah. But they
I bet Nambu tastes like shit.
Yeah,
I bet he tastes like cigarette ash.
The other thing they said was the guy that he's going to fight, who is that girl's brother, the little kid let it in, and it's like, oh, the whole point he doesn't want to fight Gearless Joe is because his gear has AI that can sense, that has sensors that can read the other person's gear and then anticipate their attack.
Excuse me, isn't that cheating?
Yeah, that seems like illegal.
I didn't realize megaloboxing was so everything goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least there's a reason now, although I'm not expecting it to be super satisfying, but at least there's a reason that Gearless Joe is gearless. Because that's the only way you could beat this guy who's clearly cheating.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, my one weakness. I can't predict his moves. He's just punching me. Megalobox.
How many more episodes?
We got 5. I think 5. I think it's 13.
Oh god, we're only halfway.
Yeah. No, we're more than halfway. This is episode 8, so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're almost there.
What do you think replaces it?
I don't know.
It won't end late enough for Attack on Titan. What if they just get Mob Psycho back?
Maybe.
That would be so good.
But I don't know. That dub might not be done in time.
Maybe they get Kaguya.
No, that's not going to happen.
Yes, please.
Oh, you know what? I had a thought. I was going to save this for the thread, but I'll just say it here. I was looking at the date endings thing of show ending times or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I noticed that... Here, let me pull it up real quick. I noticed that...
Don't forget One Punch Man Season 2.
Right. Okay. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond and Unbreakable, ends on June 8th. Okay, this is a pie-in-the-sky thing, but Land of the Lustrous Blu-ray comes out May 28th. Just a few days before Diamond is Unbreakable ends. Diamond is Unbreakable.
I get what you're saying. But, I doubt it.
I kind of doubt it too, but I'm just saying, it's like it would be kind of perfect, timing-wise and show transition-wise. Just saying.
That's really cute, but nobody else has noticed it, I don't think.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Hey, speaking of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable, episode 23, Heart Attack, part 1. In this episode, Koichi thinks he's hot shit.
He ain't shit.
He ain't shit.
No.
Now, what does Jotaro know about stance? He's only fought 7 million of them.
Yeah, he only had to fight Dio, you know?
He only had to fight across the entire world.
Zawardo. He
And
used
now
the
he
Zawardo like 3 times in this episode.
Oh yeah, this is some good. It's like, hey, remember Jotaro? Remember the auras? Remember his theme? It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, they did use that again. That was cool.
I liked it.
I mean, Koichi was just insecure. He wasn't thinking that Jotaro doesn't know his shit. He was just thinking that like he was being treated like a kid, which he obviously should have been.
And then he immediately needs his ass saved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's definitely gone. It explodes out of his shoe immediately into his face.
Yeah.
The timing on that is hilarious.
And then he sends his stand to go look for, David Bowie, and then he spots him. Like, he's too far away. Mr. Jotaro was right.
Jotaro's like, don't send your stand away. He's already out of its range. He's like, I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh no!
It's out of its range.
How could this have happened?
Who could have possibly told me?
Yeah, maybe he learns a valuable lesson here about never doubting Jotaro.
Yeah, like he's got more experience than all those little shits put together.
Okay, so here's a question. So the other big thing we see in this episode is Reverb Act 3.
Right.
Yep.
But here's what I don't understand. It talks.
Yep.
So that's not happened before, right?
Nope.
Or does Stans talked before?
I mean, Star Platinum does the aura thing, but
he does do that.
We haven't seen a stand that just outright talks.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Is that right? Is that true?
Yeah, I think so.
I kind of feel like maybe there was one.
Anubis.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it just struck me as like, whoa, he's just straight up talking to his stand like it's a person.
Well, yeah, that starts happening from now on.
Okay. This is another Iraqi just made it up.
Like, wouldn't it be funny if the stand talked? Wouldn't it be funny if the stand said SHIT because we can't get away with it on TV?
He also talks really...
The exact line Koichi gave was like, I'm acting like a wimpy little piss baby.
He is.
Something like that.
And it's like, that's amazing. This dub is amazing. Also, that was not the sensation of human flesh exploding.
Yeah. That was not the sensation of human flesh exploding.
Every translation of that I've seen has just been, that wasn't a human. So it's like they just went so far with that. It's
every time it says over here. Is it calling to the people, or is it just going, oh, it's over here?
Look over here. I don't know what it's doing. It's being creepy is what it's doing.
It's being creepy, yeah.
What it's supposed to be doing.
And Reverb Act 3, not only does it talk, but it like talks like a robot. It's like mission accepted.
It talks like a gangster robot.
Yeah.
Or it talks like a gangsta robot. More to be more apt.
Yes.
What's so special about Koichi that his stand just keeps evolving?
Well, here's the thing. So when he got shot with the arrow, he should have died because he wasn't, really, let's say, worthy of a stand at that point. But then Josuke healed him, so he gets a stand anyway. And now it's been a succession of taking a level in badass to the point where this is like his stand's true form. Okay. I think.
Like he went Super Saiyan or some shit.
Yeah. He's gone Super Saiyan 3.
Reverb Act 3.
I like the part where he just like lifts his foot casually so that Heart Attack just bumps off the wall. Just like it's now just this stupid RC car that doesn't matter anymore. Except for stupid electric stoves.
Yeah. And then we learned that the new power that he has is gravity or something. And I like the scene. It's like you cut to Kira at like a cafe and suddenly his hand is so heavy it goes through the table.
Rips off this dude's clothes.
Oh yeah. What was that?
Why would you do this, sir?
Yeah, he was that guy. That guy was really composed, like, "Sir, why would you do this, dude? He just ripped your clothes off."
Did I do something wrong? Oh, I love this fight so much. I can't wait for next episode. Oh man, some good shit happens.
Cool.
Anything else about this episode?
I thought it was funny how Kira's hand got all heavy, and then it's like, "Oh, my hand is so heavy."
I like how he says heart attack is invincible because I've faced many stand users before now. By which I mean one. So when has he ever used heart attack before?
Yeah.
One, and then why would he know it's
well, I thought he meant that like heart attack's invincible in that like he's only ever used it on ordinary people.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, it'll always do its job.
I mean, it's a pretty strong stand, anyway,
What is it? I don't even get it.
It's a little bomb. So Killer Queen has this bomb on his hand that pops off and turns into heart attack.
Oh.
It's part of Killer Queen.
Okay. I don't think I noticed that happening.
So yeah,
so it's still the same. It's still his stand. It's just like it's in two parts now.
Right.
Okay.
Like Killer Queen has popped this thing off.
Gotcha.
Just like go drone. Anyway. Well, do you guys want to talk about Black Clover?
Oh boy.
Black Clover, episode 57, Infiltration. They have to go to the village of the witches and to hope they don't blow it. Oh no, they fucking blew it.
Yep. Well, first they have to use the Hogwarts invisibility cloaks.
Yep.
That's how they get in. That's how they get into the Gerudo village.
Oh god.
Oh, what a surprise! This dude, the dude who always ends up naked.
Wow. Who could have seen that coming?
Who could have seen who?
So this world both has a wizard king and a witch queen.
Yeah. Do they fuck?
No.
What?
I mean, I gotta ask.
Well, apparently she's got lots of kids, as we learned in the episode.
Gotta get them from somewhere, unless like she kidnaps them all.
I bet she's like secretly 500 years old.
Probably.
I think that's what it's going for.
I will say I did like the one running gag through the episode where like every once in a while they'll cut to like a random shot of these witches in their daily lives, and they'll always talk about, hey, I saw this guy outside the forest. He kept going, aha. And they did that like 2 or 3 times.
Aha.
Aha.
The legend of Aha.
Ah.
So that one haha guy, I guess, is trying to ask the witches out. That was kind of funny. But then the rest of the episode was just really ugly and just a long, drawn-out sequence of them sneaking and then getting caught and then facing the Witch Queen. And she's got some kind of... what was her power? Something like... I forget. Was it wind or was it like... Maybe it wasn't wind. It was like leaves or something, like petals or something. Or no, it was crows. She had like crows that flew around or something. I don't know. She's not very menacing.
Who was this?
The queen.
Oh, yeah. She's
like her powers, like she has crows magic or something.
Crow Magic. The Birds by Albert Hitchcock. Alfred.
Yep.
The Birds.
It's Hitchcock, whatever.
I forgot if it was Albert or Alfred for a second. Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Famous movie maker.
Alfred.
Hunter x Hunter.
Yay.
Hunter x Hunter episode 130, Magic and Despair. In this episode, everyone's still trying to do the thing they were trying to do from last episode, so...
Yep.
Mostly everyone's now just trying to... just being like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Get out of the fucking castle.
Well, that and then the other half of the episode was basically gone, and
Gon accepts the concept of death.
yeah, he finally comes to realize the truth.
And then immediately denies it again. He goes hard into the denial phase.
Yeah, can't be true.
The one thing that Poof is good at is manipulating people.
Oh yeah. Poof is a dick.
Yeah.
Poof is the worst person in this arc.
Oh, they don't have the whole,
Yeah, they can't communicate telepathically, so iPhones it is.
But yeah, Poof basically lies to Pito, telling... Oh yeah, Poof can also turn into other people.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, yeah, he can like outright mimic other people straight up, and it's like, this has not been shown before, but okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
But yeah, so anyway, she thinks that Komogi has been rescued by the ants or whatever, and so now she has absolutely no reason to do anything Gon says, and I think she's about to attack him.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it's not like, she could have done what he wanted anyway.
No, but I mean, now she's like just biding her time, repairing her arm because she's going to try to destroy Gon.
Yeah, pretty much.
One thing I noticed too that was weird is that when they were walking into that room, I never noticed how short Gon is. Like, he was standing next to her, and he's like almost 2 head heights shorter.
Gon is a small child.
Yeah, he is pretty short, yeah.
He's like 9.
He is a small boy.
I thought that Erica did a pretty good job with this scene. I thought it was good.
I liked it a lot. I think it was better than the previous freak out moment.
Yeah.
Probably because there was less screaming involved.
Yeah, it was more subdued, and it sounded good. It sounded believable.
Yep.
What else was there?
Something. What was the king doing?
Oh yeah, the king got back to the castle. Meanwhile, Poof is trying to hide all the Gungi stuff.
Yeah.
Like in a Pikmin way.
Yeah. it was pretty funny to watch.
Oh, Ikalgo's running around looking for a body.
Yep.
That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter. Still good.
Yeah, I would say this was honestly like one of the weaker episodes. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of...
It's just setting up for next week's episode.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, what happened? No.
I think the whole thing with the Gon and him coming to realize that Kite's dead. I understand. It falls a little flat to me because as the viewer, I knew this all along. And right. So it's just sort of like I've just been waiting for this moment to happen. It's like I knew it was going to happen.
The moment his worldview is finally shattered into pieces.
Yeah, because like ever since the moment we saw Pito holding Kite's head, it's like, and then they cut. I remember that episode very vividly. She had Kite's head in his lap, and then it cuts to a scene of Gon smiling like, "We're gonna rescue Kite," and I'm like, "No, you're not, kid. No, he's dead." And it's like now it's been like, I don't know, 100 episodes later, and it's like now finally he learns the truth. So I don't know. It wasn't terrible. It was just sort of like, it just felt necessary to get this out of the way.
Yeah.
They just needed to set up next time.
Oh yeah. Apparently next episode is going to be some shit.
Yeah, next episode is everything gets real again.
And it looks like, oh yeah, and JoJo next week also. Woo!
It gets real.
Gets real.
Does Naruto Shippuden get real next week?
No.
No, it doesn't.
Naruto Shippuden episode 237. Ah, my hero, Lady Tsunade. This episode is about Rock Lee, not Tenten.
I thought it was
really was.
I thought it was a 10-10 episode. I was like, nope, broccoli.
Nope.
It's like the filler writers were like, we need to come up with a 10-10 backstory. Well, let's just have her do everything Rock Lee did.
Nope.
But then let's just show Rock Lee.
But like halfway through, they're like, what if we just made a Rock Lee episode instead? Wouldn't that be more fun?
I mean, it's like, I'm assuming we knew this already about Rock Lee, right?
Yeah.
Like his whole backstory, because I just feel like it feels like a retread, but they just said, oh, but 10-10 did the same thing.
But worse. And then Rock Lee died.
Yep.
This episode had a legit Ninja Turtle in it.
Oh. I just got that.
Yeah, it did. There was a turtle. It was a Ninja Turtle.
I'm a moron.
The only other thing I have about this episode is that I never knew that Tsunade had monster strength.
Well,
that's her big thing.
I don't think I've ever seen her once use that ability.
There was that one 3-way fight with her and Jiraiya and Orochimaru, and that was really about it.
You know what they say? It's a shonen.
Is this why Sakura has monster strength?
Yes.
Yep. Learned it from her.
Because they're all the same person.
Okay. Does Sarada have monster strength?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you teach it to her?
I guess probably would, yeah. That's all I've got, unless you guys think of anything else.
Naruto.
Yeah,
I like 10-10 as a character because she's like one of the more ninja-like people in this world. She isn't like all up in the magic bullshit. She's just pretty much a weapons person.
Yeah.
But
and I kind of like it, and she should be. I feel like it should be better, but you know.
Yeah. It was so unfortunate for her character that they didn't really come up with anything good for her backstory. It's just sort of like, I can't believe how much they focused on Lee.
She wants to be like Tsunade.
Well, I mean, part of the problem is it's like they don't know if Kishimoto's gonna like give her a backstory or something. He obviously never did, but they're like, hell, we should do this. They probably went and asked. He's like, I don't know, I might do it, but I might not.
I like to think that Kishimoto said they went to him and they're like, Mr. Kishimoto, Kishimoto-san, we need to know what was 10-10's backstory, and he goes, 10-10.
Who is 10-10?
Yeah, he goes 10-10. Oh wait, that girl. I don't know. It's something like just like what Rock Lee did, I guess.
Yeah, it's the same shit. Because it's one of those things I've noticed that the filler writers are like they'll want to do something interesting with the character, but then they never really do because they have to put all the toys back in the box after they're done with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like everything must be exactly as it started. Nothing can change.
That's why so many of these are flashbacks too.
Yeah, because you can get away with it and use those to fill the gaps.
You can embellish into the past, but you can't say what happens in the present.
Right. I mean, you can use those moments in the past to kind of go like, all right, well, this happened between that, and that's how that you got from here to there,
Yep.
Naruto.
Yeah, so Rock Lee, this was a Rock Lee episode featuring 10-10.
All right, sounds good. And that'll about do it for this episode.
Yep.
Because we've got to the end of Naruto, there's nothing left to say.
Well, I mean, we can talk about bucklights and stuff.
No.
I'm flucked out for this week.
Until next week. They're cloning baby souls.
Thank you, C. Kohler.
The best thing ever.
No problem.
Thank you, B-dubs.
Okay.
We'll see you guys next week for episode 139. Good night, everyone.